So with WhatsApp, right, it is a messaging or video calling application. So people use WhatsApp for different reasons, but one of the main reasons is cross-platform compatibility. So no matter what type of phone you have, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can use WhatsApp, download it on your phone, and message your friends and family members. So sometimes, like, people like to communicate with someone that has an iPhone if they already have an iPhone. But with WhatsApp, you can use any type of phone to do. Another great reason why people use WhatsApp is the international feature of WhatsApp. So you may have seen or noticed probably that the reason why people tend to go and use WhatsApp or even download WhatsApp instead of using their regular phone's message is because with WhatsApp, it is cost effective when you are talking to someone internationally. So on your phone, when you're making a phone call to someone in London, for an example, you may get charged a specific amount for making that international call. Whereas with WhatsApp, WhatsApp is using the internet connection to contact people abroad. It's not using your plan's minutes. So if you're someone that has a phone plan with Verizon, Consumer Cellular, AT&T, T-Mobile, if you have one of those plans and your plan is not unlimited, you probably are getting charged when you are talking to someone international. But with WhatsApp, they use the phone's internet connection or they use Wi-Fi to send messages or phone calls so it could be free for you and the person. Another reason people use WhatsApp is the large group chat feature. So you can have a group chat with your friends and family members of over 256 people. So if that's something useful for you, you have a lot of family members and you want to be in a large group chat, people use that. They also have something called end-to-end encryption, which means that only the messages can be read by the sender and the recipient. So this means, like, let's say someone is able to like hack into your account, they're not able to see those messages, or WhatsApp itself, the company is not reading your messages. It's only between you and the recipient. And then lastly, another great feature why people use WhatsApp is that video calling feature. So you may have noticed that if you are someone that is an Android user and you want to video chat your family member that has an iPhone, you're not really able to do FaceTime. It's a little wonky and it's not, your phone doesn't let you. But if you both have WhatsApp, so if your friend has WhatsApp and you have WhatsApp, you're able to video chat with each other using this application. Does anybody have any questions from this slide? You could go ahead and unmute yourself if you do.
Can you explain the encryption, what that means?
So encryption means that, for example, like some people are worried about their privacy and whether or not companies are viewing our information, our messages. So WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption means that the owners of WhatsApp or the people who work for WhatsApp are not reading our messages.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have a question from this slide?
Well, I don't know if it's really attached to the slide, but I have a problem that I don't always know when I have a message in WhatsApp. Like I don't get a notification and sometimes I don't check it and I go in there, oh my God, somebody sent this message. Is there a way to turn on any kind of alert that a message has come in?
Yes, so depending on the type of phone you have, do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
So if you go to the settings on your iPhone, there's a section called notifications,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll show you all the apps you have in your phone and whether or not you have it on or off. So you want to look for WhatsApp and turn it on. You probably have the feature off.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I have it on. And another thing, this was 418, it said WhatsApp protect backed up messages with end-to-end. I
Yeah,
never opened.
that's Luciana, that's the feature that I was talking about, that they have encryption so that only you and the sender can read the messages.
Oh, now I'm opening it because I was afraid. I don't know if it was real or not.
So with
Um,
WhatsApp, if you do
it,
not have WhatsApp already, you do need to register with a phone number to use WhatsApp. So what this means is that WhatsApp may not work well if you're trying to use it on a tablet or an iPad, because when you register with your phone number, right, you are going to receive a 6-digit code to confirm that you are the person who has ownership of this phone number and to add it to your phone itself. So in order to get that 6-digit code, right, you need to have a cell phone. So if you plan on doing this on a laptop or an iPad or a tablet, it's not really going to work well. The best way to use WhatsApp is on your cell phone. Any questions on that? So you do not need an email address or pass for WhatsApp. You just need to put in your phone number itself. And I don't know, I think someone just came in named iPhone. Oh no, they changed. Never mind. If someone is named iPhone in here, can you just please rename yourself so we know who you are? Or you could just say it in the chat. Okay.
Tabitha, I'm the one asking about being notified that you have a message in WhatsApp. I do have allow notifications turned on. Should I turn it off and turn it on again?
You could turn off or turn it on, or you may need to restart your phone.
Oh,
Make sure that if it's on, you're seeing the sounds are turned on, badges are turned on.
yep. Yeah, sounds, badges, and show in CarPlay, they're all turned on. Yeah. Okay, I'll just go with it. Thank you, Tabitha.
And you could also click at the bottom where it says WhatsApp notification settings and
Yes,
make sure everything is turned on in WhatsApp itself.
okay. Mm-hmm. There's down at the bottom, it has reset notification settings. On the notification,
You could try to do that, but then you have to turn everything back on.
no, I'm gonna leave it. I'll be okay. Thank you.
So let's go over some of the icons with WhatsApp and the different features that WhatsApp has so you don't get confused. So I have a screenshot of both iPhone and Android here. So as you can see, they kind of both look the same, and I'm just gonna go over what each one means. So usually when people download WhatsApp or use WhatsApp, you're mostly likely using it just to call somebody and chat with them. But with iPhone and Android, you do have some other features as well with WhatsApp. One of them is updates and communities. So with updates, what that means is you're able to, hold on, trying to mute myself because there's a ambulance coming by.
Oh, yeah, I see that update and I didn't know what.
So with the iPhone and the updates with the iPhone, this means with updates, anytime you want to maybe post about what you're doing or what you're up to, you would put that in the update section. So it's basically like their social media feature. You're not obligated to use this feature, but that is what it is used for.
Oh, you mean I can follow MSNBC, follow the news?
Yeah, you could also do that as well. So when we talk about communities, I will touch on that.
Oh, so these are the news on WhatsApp.
Right,
Wow.
because WhatsApp is also owned by the creator of Facebook, they
Oh,
have like a social media feature to it. So with updates, you could either post about yourself or read about updates about other companies as well, like the news or like celebrities or so on. But you don't have to use this feature, but it is going to be within WhatsApp. The next one is calls. With calls, right? This is where we make phone calls to our friends and family members or add any new contacts. So when I'll show my phone later on, you'll see that in calls, you'll have your call log of all your recent phone calls that you made throughout the day and throughout the months.
oh my God. How do you delete all these calls? Oh my
I
God.
will touch on that when I screen share my phone. Then we also have communities, and within communities is where you can basically search for different hobbies that people might have in your area or worldwide. Once again, this is a feature that you do not have to use, but it is there for you. Usually communities are with strangers and not with friends and family members. Does anybody have any questions so far? The next thing that we have is chats, and chats is basically where your text messages will lie. So if you see like a little one next to it, that is going to mean that you have a new chat message that you can view and read and respond to. And then you could see with an iPhone, the last icon is settings. And if we look at the bottom, Android does not have a settings icon. It is somewhere else. It's going to be at the top of your screen instead of the bottom of the screen.
Tabitha, I
Yes.
have a question about the chats. As I look at my WhatsApp screen, if I have two where it says chats, when I hit the two, I have a little circle on the top, but like it looks like a rainbow circle that's buffering. And it says ask Meta A1 or search. Duh. So it does.
So Meta is going to be like their new artificial intelligence search bar.
Oh,
So basically in there you can like search for your friends and family, but using AI.
oh, that's AI. Okay, artificial intelligence. Okay. Okay, I gotcha.
How can you
Thank you.
get rid of chats that you don't want to read? I mean, I have like a little three, and there are things like a whale alliance. I don't even know what that is. Three things came in, and they're not relevant to me. How do I delete them without acknowledging them?
So you can, we'll look at that too when I screen share, but if you tap on it and
Yeah.
hold it down, you'll get an option to report the chat or to delete the chat.
Okay, I'll try it.
But I will screen share after the presentation so you could see how to navigate and how it looks like on my phone.
Okay, great, thanks.
So next we have, right, the video call feature. So you could see, usually when you are text messaging someone, next to their name is a video chat button and a phone call button. So usually for video chat, this is what the icon is gonna look like. As soon as you tap on it, it's going to signal to the person that you would like to video chat with them. And then next to that is the simple phone call button. And that is to just make a regular phone call with the person. And once again, this is either going to be within the chat, so you have to be in a conversation with someone, or it will be in the call section in the call logs next to their name. Any questions on those two icons?
So in other words, you already have to be in conversation to activate either one?
Yes, you can either be in the conversation with the person, or if we go back to, hold on. If you go back to your menu bar at the bottom, if you see where it says calls, in the
Mhm.
calls, you will also see those same two icons for video chat and phone call.
Ah.
So
Okay,
you could either be there or you could be within a conversation.
okay, great, thanks. What's a call plus?
A call plus?
Yeah, there's a little icon in the right where it says
Yeah,
call.
the plus is like to either add a contact to your WhatsApp.
Okay,
And then another feature that I think is important for you to know how to use, of course, is sending pictures on your iPhone or your Android. So I have one for both. So on the screen, if you have an iPhone, once again, you do have to be inside of a conversation. So that means you're actually looking at the text between you and your friend or family member. And at the bottom, there's a little plus sign in the left-hand side corner. And if you tap on it, it will open up to all the different things that you could send to the person, whether that's a photo from your photo gallery, opening up your camera so you could take a picture and send it to them. You could even send them your location, so you could tell them like where you are right now. So like, let's say you were planning to meet up with them at a restaurant, you could send them the location like, hey, I'm here at the restaurant. You can send them a contact. So if your friend needed a contact of someone, maybe like your doctor or something like that, you could send them a contact. You can send them documents or like different files that you may have on your phone. And then there's a poll feature where you guys could write a poll about, I don't know, maybe you could have different ideas of an activity you want to do with your friend. With an Android, instead of a plus symbol, you have a little paperclip symbol. The paperclip symbol does the same exact thing as a plus on the iPhone, where if you tap on that paperclip symbol, you'll be able to send pictures, documents, contacts, and more. Does anybody have questions on that? Then also, because we are already here and you can see it on the screen, in Android and both iPhone, you're going to see that there's like a little microphone symbol at the bottom in a conversation. So for an iPhone, if I just give it a circle right now, you can see we have like a little microphone symbol. That microphone symbol is to send voice audios to our friend or family member. So voice audio just means that instead of texting a long paragraph to your friend, or if you're just someone that is tired of texting all day, your fingers are cramping, you could hold down that microphone symbol and you could talk to the phone and they will hear your voice message instead of reading a text message. So it will send them like a voice audio. And the features are both on Android and iPhone. So if you looked at the Android screen, yours is that green microphone symbol. Let me see if I'll do a circle around it again. Once again, if you hold down that button, it will send a voice audio to your person you're texting and they can listen to your voice instead of reading a long text message.
Great,
And
and you have to keep your finger on it while you're giving the message.
yes, you can't let go of it. You have to hold it down to record. And once you finish, you can let go.
Okay, great. Good information. Thank you.
So let me screen share my phone real quick so we could just see some options that we may have in order to, you know, navigate, delete messages, and so on. So just give me a moment as I try to screen share. It'll take me about 2 minutes.
That's amazing, Tabitha. I was sending to my friend what you were typing, what you were talking, and she said, thank you.
Oh, right now when I'm talking?
Yeah. And
Oh,
she answered me, thank you. But it talks very fast. How can you slow the talk?
I mean, you can't slow it down unless you slow down your voice itself. Talk very slowly into the microphone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to screen share my phone. Give me a second. Go to the App Store. If you have Android, you want to go to the Google Play Store. In the App Store, right, you would type in WhatsApp. And it's called WhatsApp Messenger. WhatsApp Business is for businesses only. So if you were an organization that needed WhatsApp to text your employers, but you want to download WhatsApp Messenger, so don't get confused between the two. So I already have it downloaded, so it says open, so I'm gonna open it up. And as you can see, I'm using an iPhone, and all my menu bar is at the bottom. I have my updates, calls, communities, chats, settings. So once again, if you never tapped on updates, this is what updates is. It is you posting about yourself, and you could follow different companies like Netflix, CNN, MSNB, and you can explore what they talk about different topics throughout the day.
Tabitha, I'm not seeing what you're doing. I'm getting it says sharing Tabitha Rosa, but the screen is black. What do I need to do?
Is it black for everyone else?
No, but I miss what I'm supposed to be. No, it's not black. I can see mom, but I got confused on my
Okay, so for Francis,
Yes,
what device are you using?
I'm using my iPad.
Can you swipe left or right to see if you get videos?
I'm not getting, no. Mm-mm.
I Tabitha here, so
Let me see.
I have, actually, I have you listed as a brown field with a T, and then, here we go. It came on. Thank you. I don't know what I just did, but it came on.
Okay.
Tabitha, I don't have you. How do I put your WhatsApp on my WhatsApp? Or no?
What do you mean? How do you put my WhatsApp on your WhatsApp?
I'm looking at the screen and I don't know, I got confused. Okay.
So
How
right
do you
now
add a
I'm
new
screen.
person onto your WhatsApp that we all
The
had.
screen is where now? The recent calls?
I'm
Yeah.
on calls right now. That's what
Yeah.
I'm showing on the phone. Calls. I tapped on
Okay,
calls
now
at
I
the
see
bottom.
all the calls. Yes, yes,
That's what I'm showing right now. Yes.
yes, I have it.
So the question is, how do we add a new person on, when we can do that?
Okay, so once you're in calls, if you have an iPhone, at the top right-hand corner, we have a little phone with a plus symbol.
Ah, yes.
This is where we can add new contact, and we can fill in the information of the person, their first name, last name, and phone number. So once again, if you have an iPhone, if you go to
Great.
calls, all the way in the top upper right-hand corner, there's a phone and plus symbol. And it will give you a list of everybody in your phone. And you'll also get at the top a section that says new contact, where you can add their information. If you have an Android, the phone and plus symbol will be at the bottom right-hand corner of your phone in calls. And it will be a green circle that's also a phone and plus symbol. So another thing, right? So a lot of people think that their call logs are taking up a lot of space on their phone. Usually with your call logs, right? This is not even taking up 1% of the type of space that you have on your phone. So I know a lot of people see this and they get worried, like, oh my gosh, I have all these people that called me and it's just taking up so much space. But you really do not have to worry about your call logs. But if you are someone that just, I don't know, you just don't like seeing it on your phone, you can either swipe left to delete it. If that doesn't work, you could try to hold it down. Or in the top left-hand corner, there's an edit symbol where I can hit the minus sign and delete my call logs. But once again, if you're worried about space, this is not going to give you a lot of space back on your phone. So I just leave it here because it really doesn't do any damage to my phone. But if you do not want to
So
see it,
Tabitha, should we be,
go ahead.
so Tabitha, should we be concerned about the amount of space the WhatsApp app does take up in our phones?
So the space that WhatsApp takes on our phones is usually because of how much we use it, as well as pictures. So if people are sending you tons of pictures in WhatsApp or videos, that is
Yes.
going to take up space. So instead of deleting on your call log, I would recommend going to your chats and opening up a conversation with someone and deleting like videos or photos.
Okay.
So like, for example, I'm in a conversation with my mom and
Mm-hmm.
I sent her a video, but that video is taking up space on my device and her device. So if people are sending you hundreds of pictures every day, you can hold it down. You can hold it down and you get a little delete option. You see, it says star, reply, forward, info, pin, delete. And I can delete that video off of my WhatsApp but they will still have it on their WhatsApp. So they need to also delete the video as well. But
Okay,
your device, you'll save space.
okay. And I'm sorry, did you say that it's more effective to use WhatsApp internationally as opposed to being used, nationally here?
So if you are someone that's going to be traveling abroad, it is best to use WhatsApp because it's not going to be using your phone's minutes. It
Mm-hmm,
uses Wi-Fi in the internet connection.
mm-hmm.
Alicia,
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, could you just go over how you delete the video? What button you push?
you have to hold it down with your finger
The
and you
the
get this menu screen.
oh, just hit it anywhere on the screen.
No, hold the video down with your finger.
Okay,
I'm pressing down on the video with my finger.
okay. Not the little arrow in the middle, just pressing on the video.
No, press the video down.
Okay, thank you.
You could also click on it like if you wanted to see it. And
Yeah,
at the bottom, at the right-hand corner,
there, yeah,
garbage can too.
good, great. Nice picture.
So once again, if someone sends you lots of pictures and videos all the time and you're worried about space, you can delete those videos and pictures from the conversations in WhatsApp. But anytime you want to delete something, whether it's a video or a text message, you just hold it down and you'll get options to delete it.
Tabitha, a
Yes.
question on calls. We went back to calls. And I think you said, the phone with the plus sign. But there's also the microphone, not the magnifying glass with search. If I
Yeah.
put a name in there, if that person is in my address book, would that be added automatically?
So with WhatsApp, as soon as you download WhatsApp on your phone, all your contacts that are already on your regular phone app get transferred to WhatsApp.
Okay,
So you don't have to worry about adding all your new contacts. The only time you would add someone into WhatsApp is if they already were never on your phone to begin with,
okay, great, thanks.
or if they had a brand new number.
Right, good, thanks.
Tabitha, could I ask a question in that
Yes.
regard? If you delete somebody from your contacts, will that come off that list in chats in a WhatsApp?
If you delete a contact on your regular phone, it will delete from WhatsApp as well.
Okay, thank you.
Because it's syncing both your contacts from your from your regular phone to your WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tabitha, if you're not on Facebook and you join WhatsApp, does it automatically connect you to Facebook?
No, so all this is that the owner of Facebook, he brought WhatsApp. So it doesn't, like, he just owns it. It doesn't mean that if you create a WhatsApp, you'll also have a Facebook.
Okay,
So the owner of Facebook, I forgot his name, but he owns Instagram, Facebook, and now WhatsApp.
Wow.
Let's see, what else can I show you
It's
guys?
Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go, Zuckerberg. Yes, he owns all three of these applications. So sometimes, like, if any of you guys have Facebook or Instagram, if you notice that like Instagram is acting slow, Facebook will also act slow, and WhatsApp, like all their servers are connected and they'll all act up at the same time. Just like a tip in the future. Another thing with chats, right? So if I hold down on a chat, you can see that instead of deleting the chat, you also have a block feature. So on top of where it says delete chat. So if sometimes in WhatsApp, random people might message you like a scam or something like that. So if you held down on the chat, you might be able to see where it says block the person. Sometimes though, you do have to actually open up the conversation to block them themselves. Like WhatsApp will know that the person is not in your contacts, and you'll get a little message that says, do you want to block them? The reason why you don't see that on my screen right now is because WhatsApp knows that this person is in my contacts. It knows that I talk to my mom all the time. But if it was like a stranger that randomly messaged you and you opened up the conversation, you'll get a message at the top of the screen that says, do you want to block or report the person? So next time, if you do get a scam, it's okay to open up the conversation. Nothing will happen because actually when you open up the conversation, you'll have that option to block or report them. Does that make sense to people?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, because sometimes people are like afraid to
yes.
open up the conversation when they see that it's like a scam, but it's okay to open it up.
Okay, you won't get a virus?
No, you won't get a virus to actually open up the conversation, no. But if
Alright.
within the conversation they say, hey, click on this link right now, you'll win $50,000, then
You're in
yes.
trouble.
But if you just look at the message, like we're just reading this conversation right now, it's okay.
Hmm. Good, thank you.
That's true for email as well.
That is true for email. So if you open up an email and you just read it, nothing will happen. But in the email itself, if they say click on this link or click on this picture, then that's when you get the virus. But you could read the email and look at it, click on it, but you don't want to click the actual message within the email, like a link or photo.
Right, and they're getting smarter with messages too. I begin to see that different people are, that I don't know, are messaging me. And
Right.
so the same is true.
I mean, yeah, they are getting smarter, so you do have to be aware of like who's emailing you and messaging you.
Right, but if you read it and you don't respond in any way, you're all right.
Yeah, you're fine as long as you're not clicking on any links or pictures.
Okay, great, thank you.
And good, thank you. And what's the best place to send pictures? Like, it's not good to send them on messages. Like, what's the best on email if you're gonna send photos?
I mean, the best place to send the picture is messages itself, right?
Oh,
Because
easy.
it could send the full video or picture in the format that it was sent in. Whereas with email, the more pictures you send, the quality will degrade. Another thing I want to mention for WhatsApp, another tip for those that are using WhatsApp. So if you see my messages, I said like that's a dolphin fin, and then you see like two blue little check marks in the right corner. They're very small. So you see it says that's the dolphin's fin, and
Yeah.
it has 104 with two little blue checks next to it.
Yeah.
Those two little blue checks means that the person has read your message. So anytime you're texting someone and you're waiting for them to respond, if you see those two little blue things, it means that they did look at the message. So if they never responded to you, but you see those two blue little messages, they're probably just like ignoring you for the time being. But it does mean that they read it. If you don't see any blue check marks or only one blue check mark, it just means that your message has been sent, but the person has not looked at it. So
Mhm.
next time when you're texting someone, look out for those check marks next to the text message.
And the pin?
Pin just means like you want that message to always be at the top of your screen.
Oh, so you could look at it again. It
Yeah.
doesn't go to
Like if
pin
it's
it.
like an address that someone sends you and you need
Right.
to remember it, you could pin it.
Uh-huh.
So you could always see it when you open up the conversation,
Cool.
the presentation on Tuesday of people's questions. Yeah, communities, once again, is also just a new feature that you really can't get rid of. But it's basically strangers that go together into different groups. So like, for example, you could see Park Apartments, Thursday Football Club. So you could see different clubs that are in your neighborhood and you could join them, or things that are international or hobbies that people may have. That's what this communities tabs is for. Does anybody have any questions from today's presentation about anything I went over?
Yes, how do you get that pin thing again? What do you hit to get the pin?
You have to hold down the text message and you
Okay.
get different options of whether to delete it or to pin it.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Any other questions from anyone
Where,
else?
where were the two checks? I didn't see the two checks, the blue checks.
So next to a text message, you can see next to the time it was sent. It has two blue little check marks. So it says 1:04 p.m. and then there's blue checks.
Tabitha, I have many questions, but the information that you give during these presentations, it's just great. I can't tell
Yeah.
you how great it is, and appreciate it so much. It's almost like we need 2 hours and not 1 hour.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
2
so
hours
good.
would be better.
But
I
it's so
agree.
good.
I agree with
appreciate
that.
How do we send a picture or an attachment on a text message?
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you have an
Uh-huh.
iPhone or an Android?
No, iPhone.
So once again, if you're in a conversation, there's a plus sign in the left-hand corner. There's a plus sign right there next to where you would type it, like hello. There's a plus sign, and you could add photos. It will open up your phone gallery. So it will always be where you're about to text a person.
Thanks. Thank
Let
you.
me just go over one last thing before we end today that I didn't mention. So in calls, if we press on that phone with the plus sign symbol, either in the top right-hand corner or in the bottom right-hand corner for Android, right? We can see all of our great contacts that are in our phone. But if we keep scrolling down, we can see that all of a sudden it says invite, 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 invite next to everybody's names, right? So before nobody had that, but if we go down, it starts to say invite, 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 invite. Can someone think what that means if a person has invite next to their name?
Somebody wants you to allow them into onto the app.
Yeah, okay, that's right. So if you go to your contacts and you keep scrolling down and all of a sudden you see invite next to their name, that means that that person does not have WhatsApp on their phone. So if you're trying to send them a text message through WhatsApp, it's never going to get sent to them because they do not have WhatsApp. They just don't have it on their phone. They don't want to download it, right? Not everybody is going to have WhatsApp. I mean, I only use WhatsApp for when I go on international trips. I would probably never use it if, I didn't do that. So if all of a sudden the person's just not responding to you, it's probably because they do not have WhatsApp at all on their phone. So if you go, once again, let's go back. If you click on that phone plus symbol, if you have an iPhone, it's on the top upper right-hand corner. If you have an Android, it's at the bottom right-hand corner. If you tap on it, you could go scroll with your finger. All these people have WhatsApp. But if I keep going down, it will say invite, invite, invite next to these people's names. And that's because they do not have WhatsApp. So that's how you can tell whether or not your family member or friend has it downloaded on their phone. So that was the last thing I want to leave you guys with. Is there any other questions from anybody here today?
Yes, somebody said they sent me a text, but I didn't respond. That was when I had a flip phone. So don't they get a message saying that I don't have text capacity? That's the first
Yeah,
question.
they should be getting a message that says like this carrier cannot receive it or something like that.
Also, what else did I want to say? Oh, before I realized that I had to click on the I, or I had to go on the voicemail, I would click on the incoming call and it would return the call. Because when you click on, if someone calls you, when you click on it, it dials their number again. Is there any safeguard against that?
Are you talking about the flip phone or the iPhone?
The iPhone.
As soon as someone on WhatsApp, if someone calls you, are you talking about when someone calls you on WhatsApp?
No, just when they call you in general.
So unless you're like literally on the last ring, that's when it will dial the person back. So you could be that every time someone calls you, you're like waiting to the last minute to answer it. But I'm not too sure then about that.
Okay, what I want to say is there's an I will give you information, and there's the voicemail screen. But when I would get a call in, I would tap it to get to see if they left a message, and I would be calling them back by mistake.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so that's your call log. So anytime you tap on their name by accident in the call log, it will call them back. So you don't want to tap on anything that's in your call log. So like
So
if
you
you
only tap on the I for information or on the voicemail screen.
yes, if you tap anywhere else that's not the I for information, you'll call them back by accident. So you have to be careful with that.
I
One
have
more thing, Tabitha.
question.
I was trying to text you thank you on the chat, but it wasn't working. How does that work?
On Zoom?
What we doing? Then I went to well, you and I, Harry. Well, I'll talk to you when I understand. It was very very, very interesting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, show me when we get to on Friday or next week.
Yeah, yes, thank you.
Tabitha, I
Yes.
see under call something called create a call link.
So create a call link is like another version of like creating a Zoom meeting. So if you wanted like multiple people to join your call link.
And so you put that in and then you put the people in that you want to Zoom it,
Like
call at the same time?
call back, yes. I
Okay.
got your message, Loretta. See you next time. Yeah, so that is what that is for. So like for an example, if someone didn't have WhatsApp, you could use that link to encourage the person to download it, and then you guys could all chat on there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All
And while
right.
you're having a conversation, can you send people videos or photos, or do you have to wait till you're done with the conversation?
You could send a person a picture or a photo anytime in chats.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys for
Thank you very
coming
much.
today, and I'll see you again next week. Thank
Bye.
you, everybody.
Bye.